This is an argument we can't stop having. And it really isn't an argument because I'm not saying much of anything. It's major misconduct. I'm the Major Scott Taylor. That's the game misconduct, Mike Davidson. We are live at 4Play Sports Bar. We're on 360Winnipeg.ca, and we're talking about the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The one thing that if you got a big button and it says Mike Davidson on it and you push that button, it explodes. It just blows right up. So now we got to talk about the defense. I'll make excuses. Because you got to have an argument.
All right.
And if I don't make the excuse, then you have no argument. You have no way of
Sounds good.
of pushing the button. So
Give me the excuses.
I'm pushing the button. They didn't like Odell Willis. They didn't think he was a team guy. Let me finish. Doug Brown retired. I don't know what happened with Don O'Macion. That makes no sense to me at all. And then they released Clint Kent, and that was bad karma. And that 42-10 Edmonton win, that was just
could come
bad.
back to haunt them on Thursday.
That was just bad karma. Since then, Brandon Stewart, who I thought played pretty well, got hurt. Brandon Stewart was a pretty good player. He got hurt.
Has a hot girlfriend. Sorry, but it's true.
I wouldn't be sorry. I think that's fine. Ian Logan gets hurt, and your safety replacement is okay, but not Ian Logan. You lose Brandon Collier, who was not a bad defensive tackle. Suddenly you've got 3 injuries to go with the 4 guys you've lost. This isn't the same defense, and Tim Burke is doing the best he can, but it's just not very good.
Well, the truth is, if the team is going to win any games or even think about the playoffs, it's going to be the defense that carries them there because Tim Burke is that good of a defensive coordinator. But again, there's a lot of players that left the team that weren't replaced, and Doug Brown's retirement is the only one that's justifiable, if you ask me. And Jonathan Hefney is probably going to ask for his outright release or trade at some point because I can't see him.
He's too
being
small to be a
very happy.
linebacker. He can't play.
No, and he's a good defensive back. Keep him where he's best. This team is so bad that there's no easy solution. And it's the way the organization is run. It goes back 5 years ago. The last good quarterback the team had was Kevin Glenn. We ran him out of town. He was up for the Eastern nominee for most outstanding player. Our defense was good last year. I don't care that Odell Willis wasn't a good team player. He
chased down quarterbacks.
Yeah,
yes.
The fans loved him, and he was great on the defensive line. He got flagged a lot, but people believed he would hurt another team's quarterback. He gave us a competitive edge, and he's doing okay in Saskatchewan, and we could use him this year. The problem is, at a personnel level with Joe Mack, is he's out of touch. He's benefited from having a good nucleus left over from when Mike Kelly was fired. And I shudder to compliment Mike Kelly. And even before that, Brendan Taman. But why they decided to go younger from a team that averaged 29 years old is beyond me.
Well, isn't it lucky that they're not in the new building this year?
It doesn't matter.
No, but that would have been a real disaster when you couldn't even get a walk-up. They're not going to sell out their opener.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
They might, but maybe not.
Last year they were selling out games left, right, because Swaggerville was the phenomenon. But
whatever happened to Swaggerville?
Well, have you seen them play? It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but it was a fundraiser.
It's not even Struttville. It's not even Take a Waddleville. It's terrible. Nobody wants to be seen walking around in a Bomber jersey in this town right now.
Oh, yeah, they'll all be there on Thursday night. Come on,
yes,
Mike,
yes,
they will.
because
they'll
of the beer.
all be there.
Because of the cold beer. We'll all be there trying to create a beer snake so we have something to distract us from what's happening on the field.
But don't you think that they could beat Edmonton because it's the CFL?
Yes.
Edmonton's not that good. Kerry Joseph's probably going to play quarterback.
This is a league where you can be down 20 points in the fourth quarter and Kevin Glenn can bring you back and win it in overtime.
There you go. Or you can be up 20 points and Kevin Glenn can throw it away.
Oh, yes. Well, I'd take Kevin Glenn over Buck Pierce any day of the week. I'd take Kevin Glenn over all 3 quarterbacks in Winnipeg.
I won't argue.
I'd take him over Burris and Hamilton right now, quite honestly.
I'm not going to argue with you.
There you go. Thank you.
You're not going to get an argument.
I'm trying. I'm poking. Come on.
You can't poke the bear today. This is Major Misconduct with the Game Misconduct. Mike Davidson. I'm Scott Taylor. Kirk Keelback's going to come back. He's going to talk hockey with Mike. This is the 360 Sports Report live at 360Winnipeg.ca.